He has been doing accurate predictions 90 to 95% and above since last 27 years. He's one of the best astro consultant trusted by people for perfect predictions all across the world. Panditji uses ancient Nadi Sutras for perfection in all aspects of predictions. He also specializes in Vastu, numerology, palmistry, mantras, gemstones, homeopathic, and suggests remedies which are very easy and highly effective. Panditji has taught Nadi astrology to over hundreds of students across the world and enabled them to become professional astrologers and guide. He's a devotee of Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji and Art of Living. He's an Art of Living Happiness program teacher. Panditji belongs to an astrologer's family and has started learning astrology at the tender age of 9 years from his father, who was a renowned doctor and astrologer. He believes that with the grace of Guru, devotion, astrology, prayers, and rightful karmas, one can be protected and can change many things positively up to a great extent. By following his suggested remedies, one can live a happy and prosperous life and overcome negative energy, obstacles, difficult phases, and negative karmas. So over to you, Pandit Sanjeev Kumar Srivastava.
Jai Gurudev. Thank you. Thank you, Vivaji, for such an elaborate introduction. You can hear me, right?
Looks like you are echoing.
Is echo coming now? Is voice audible?
Yes.
Give me 1 second. Let me see why
You want to disconnect from the other device, Sanjeev ji? Okay.
You are on mute.
Welcome, everyone. Jai Gurudev. And it's great, nice to see everyone here. So, before I start, I would say that, we'll just start with a prayer. And at the end, I'll take all your questions, whatever questions you have, and you can type it in the chat. And we can, Preeti or Baji can help with your questions. So, let's chant Om 3 times. Okay. And then we'll start. Okay. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Close your eyes. Breathe in for Om. Go down to the lotus feet of my master. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Great. So good to see you all. I think you can open your cameras as well, so I can see you as well. Okay. It's good to see. And thank you so much for, finding time to listen to this talk. So, Nadi astrology, everybody must be very inquisitive and curious about what is Nadi astrology, what is all about, what Panditji is saying for 90%, 95% and everything. So but first let's talk about what is astrology. Okay, because unless you understand astrology, how can you understand the deeper science? So as Gurudev says, astrology is a GPS for the life. What does it mean? When you go from one place to another place, you use Google Map, right? In the same way, for the various events in the life, from breathe in to breathe out, we have so many events in the life, right? For all the events in the life, if you use astrology as a GPS, then it really help us. Really help us. See, from the birth of the child, from the name, putting the name, we use astrology, we use Jyotish. For studies of one person, growth of one person, studies, job, marriage. There are so many events, like before even the child is come to this planet, people ask for when I'll be able to conceive. So before astrology starts, even before your birth, and it ends, as you go. In fact, it never ends, basically. It continues, actually. So astrology we use as a GPS for our various events in the life. What is the help of GPS? How does GPS helps? See, if you know that this event is like that, or this event, we can, if there are some problem with any of the things, how we can navigate and manage and get a shorter and best route to get our success, either in business, profession, relationship, any of the things. So astrology is important. Like, we have so many tools. I say astrology is a tool to guide our life. We have so many tools, like financial tool, so many things we use. So astrology is also one should use for, I tell you, for all the big, you can say big business, big politicians, whosoever want to succeed in their life, use astrology in a very good way, and they really get very good success. Because once you know the time little in advance and you see the possibilities and probabilities, you can plan your things in a much better way, and you're not worried. You don't waste your time running after something which has to be kept maybe after 6 months or 3 years, and you are putting effort now. So knowing the essential is to know the time. Now when the question of time comes, the origin of astrology is also comes, how it got originated. So it is like long back, more ancient than Vedas. So the timeline itself, the Mahakal, the Shiva himself is the originator of the astrology, the Jyotish. Mahakal जो है वो क्या, टाइम के भी ऊपर जो टाइम है, तो शिव जी ने जिसे कहते हैं ना, ये ज्ञान जो है कई ऋषियों को दिया। सप्त ऋषि जिसे बोलते हैं हम ना, उनको बहुत सारे ऋषि हुए, तो सप्त ऋषियों को वो ज्ञान मिला डायरेक्ट, जिसे कहते हैं ना, पहले माता पार्वती को, फिर उनसे और नीचे, तो ऋषियों को ये ज्ञान मिला, और ऋषियों ने टू द बेनिफिट ऑफ मैनकाइंड ये सब लिखा। देखो, ऋषि पराशर हुए, अगस्त हुए, भृगु ऋषि हुए, बहुत सारे ऋषि हुए, जिनको ये कौशिक ऋषि हुए, जिनको ये ज्ञान मिला, और उन्होंने फिर ह्यूमन काइंड के लिए, उनकी बेनिफिट के लिए ये इसको लिखा, ये शास्त्र लिखे गए। तो मेनली आप देखें कि 2 तरह की एस्ट्रोलॉजीज आप देखेंगे पूरी दुनिया में। एक तो पराशर ऋषि ने लिखी है, पराशर होरा शास्त्र, वो, और एक जिसे हम बोलते हैं वैदिक एस्ट्रोलॉजी। दूसरा है नाड़ी एस्ट्रोलॉजी। 2 डिवीजन आ गए, एक तरह से कई सारे डिवीजन है स्मॉल, पर मैं मेनली 2 डिवीजन में बांटूंगा। फिर जैमिनी ऋषि भी हैं जिन्होंने एक नया सिस्टम चालू किया, फिर कई सारे ऋषियों ने अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया। देखिए, एक बार में परफेक्ट होता है तो शायद एक ही ऋषि करके खत्म हो जाती, पर इसको हमेशा इंप्रूव किया गया, राइट। आने वाले ऋषियों ने, उनकी लीनिएज ने उसको इंप्रूव किया। तो मेनली 2 डिवीजन में, अगस्त ऋषि, भृगु ऋषि और पराशर ऋषि। तो वैदिक एस्ट्रोलॉजी जो आई, वो पराशर ऋषि ने काफी लिखे, सूत्र लिखे। देखिए, आप सबको पता होगा कि भाई कितनी राशियां हैं? 12 राशियां हैं, राइट? 9 प्लैनेट हैं, 12 घर है, सब मिला के 108 बनता है। अगर आप देखें 27 नक्षत्र हैं, राइट, इंटू 4 पद हैं, तो सब मिला के तो 108 का भी बहुत गहन मतलब है हमारी लाइफ में। तो अगर आप देखें और समझे इसको अंदर, so if I so let me because there's so much variety of audience, let me repeat that in English as well. So the astrology started with Shiva, and Shiva is given to various rishis like Bhrigu Rishi, Agastya Rishi, Parashar Rishi, Kaushik, and there are several others whom this knowledge was given for the benefit of the mankind. Now there are two divisions. One is Vedic astrology, one is Nadi astrology. Nadi astrology is led by Agastya Rishi and Bhrigu Rishi. So whatever lipis you see, the manuscript you see, which is written on the, when you have gone to India in southern side, you have seen that they take the thumb impression and give you the manuscript, and they tell you about the past, you're born this time, your mother, your family. That is Agastya Rishi, written by Agastya Rishi. But these are like, long back, these nadis were lost. So mostly lost, destroyed by Britishers' time. There are some left with the family and the lineage. Now, in this lineage, you can know about the past very well, but about the future, it is like little, 60, 50, 60%, something like that, which we have experienced through various people, feedback and everything. And it is very high level. So it is good to know about the past and everything, but as a GPS to guide you on the present and the future life, it is little, it's kind of okay, but it needs more perfection. And for that matter, only the Bhrigu Rishi has divides another, I would say, technology or another science, which is called Nadi Nakshatra. So there are so many nadis. There are 150 nadis in each rashis, and like totally there are 1800 nadis. But some major rishis, some major nadis like is Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, Dhruv Nadi, Shiv Nandi Nadi, Shiva Nadi. These are different forms. The most accurate form which I have seen till now is Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, or you can say Nadi Nakshatra. I think in Bhrigu Nandi Nadi also there are many forms. The most accurate form, there are many divisions to see the Nadi in different, see the Patri in the different forms. But the most accurate is Nadi Nakshatra. That's why you will see very few people who will see that, the accuracy is like 90-95%. In Nadi Nakshatra, why it is so? First, the question is why it is so. There are Vedic astrology, which tells you, but if you go to any astrologer, any renowned or any astrologer, if you ask how much is the accuracy, they will say 50-60% something. And this is not my words. I've learning this, I've heard this from many astrologers who are practicing this from generations, not from one lifetime, generations. They say even after, if somebody go say and say 80-90%, that is a fraud. So I was surprised at times. Okay, that's okay, yes, your view. But then he has seen my predictions and everything, then started believing, oh, this is something different. Why? The reason is why. So in Vedic astrology, we do see both are good. Nadi astrology is extension, you can say, much ahead, much helpful in your daily life, in your predictions. Then I would say you go with the later part. So what does it mean? So in Nadi astrology, you go much deeper. For example, when you heard of Vedic astrology, what they say is these are the houses, these are the rashis, these are the aspects. Okay, these are the characteristics of rashis, these houses represent this, and these are the yogas and transit and everything based on that. So they are on the surface level, because houses, rashis, everything on the surface level. What happened in Nadi? They consider all these factors. Watch Vedic is. Then they go to the next level, deep down. they consider nakshatras. And then they can go another deep down, they consider nakshatras lords. So that is 3-level deep. That's why the accuracy is like 90-95%. Otherwise, it is not possible. Because why nakshatra? Because actually the energy which emits from nakshatra is only that shines the planet. The energy which nakshatra possesses, the event, that only planets tells you. It is not the planets who tells you, decide on the event, various event of the life. So now, so what happens is, suppose, for example, whatever you want to do in your home, what will happen? What your wife says, same way, right? Same way, whatever nakshatra says, that only planet will exist. So planet will say, okay, this event will happen that time, but nakshatra denies. It won't happen. So nakshatra says, okay, but the lords of that nakshatra, they denies, then it can't happen. So you validate the things at 3 levels. And then you say to anyone that, okay, this is the, this is the result. So that's why Nadi Nakshatra is very precise, very accurate, highly accurate. And I'll explain you how it becomes, how you calculate these things. So this, I say, is mainly technology. Mainly technology, basically. How do you use this technology for the benefit of the mankind? Okay. So hope you understood the difference. So in Vedic astrology, we talks about planet, rashis, aspects, the nature, characters and everything. But for prediction purpose, Vedic astrology is not there actually. If you really want accurate prediction, then you have to learn Nadi. There's no choice. And when you practice astrology, see, the major difference is when you practice Nadi astrology, you become really an expert in like 4 to 6 months. And that is, everybody might wonder how it is possible. I tell you, my students are there across world. I don't know if some people might have joined, they can vouch for that. And there are so many testimonials. Within 3 to 4 months, you predict the event so perfectly. And I said, who is eligible? If you say who is eligible, everybody who has interest in seva, everybody who's interested in guiding people, everybody who's interested in learning astrology. All are eligible. There is no specific qualification for that. If you know counting from 1 to 12, 1 to 10, you are eligible. It is that easy. So nobody has earlier believed, because people have tried their hands. My students come from various backgrounds, some bureaucrats, some, from various different politicians, different backgrounds. They learn, they have their interests, CEO, CTO, different people comes, and then they got surprised. They said, we have spent 4 years, 5 years, 10 years learning Vedic and doing predictions. Still we are confused. We don't know. But within 4 months, we have learned. Within 3 months, we have, we know this is how accurate we know that. So I'll answer all your questions. Okay. I'll answer your questions. Let me finish the talk. Otherwise the momentum will lost. Okay. So I'll answer all your questions. So what is there? Suppose, for example, let me explain you few things. Suppose, for example, the very prominent example of matchmaking, I would say. I would come to other example also. In Vedic terminology, we say, okay, this is the gunas, and based on few planets and gunas, we say a 28 gunas match. Okay, this is good marriage. You can go ahead. 32 guna, you can go ahead. Okay, 18 guna, it's okay. Or 12 guna, it is not there. You can't marry. It's gunas. But gunas are valid 500,000 years back, possibly. Right now, in this context, gunas are not at all applicable. So gunas, I give gunas only 5% of the value. No, not more than that. Because we have studied thousands of case studies where we have seen 32 guna only match, people got divorced, 28 also. So guna is not the criteria. But when you match the energies of the planets and nakshatras and you match the pair, then the result becomes very perfect. Because you know exactly, okay, this couple is this boy, girl get married, they face this kind of situation. And that exactly we have seen. Or this couple is facing this situation. Although in other form of astrology, it might say, okay, it is, something, this thing. But Matchmaking is so perfect in Nadi astrology, you can't imagine. So perfect. So I usually say, don't go only by gunas, just get the energy checked, energies of the all the planets and nakshatras. Now, giving you an example, like for a happy married life, the majority of the problem faced in the relationship and career. In a happy married life, it is very important that we have the energy of second house, 7th house, and 11th house. Second house is family, 7th house is spouse, and 11th house is gain of the spouse. If you don't have that energy, suppose a person has only 1 or 2 planets have that energy, and the other person has maybe 4 5 or something like that energy. We calculate in terms of energies, right? Because everything in the universe is energy, and I apply the term energy in this also. So person might say that, oh, I don't get love, attention, and care from my husband, but it is possible. But the person's chart, if you open and tell, okay, this is your energy, and you have to see how. And if you have to marry, maybe you can marry to a higher energy person, maybe who has 7 8 or something like that energies. Out of 9 planets, maybe 7 8 or 6 are favoring, rather than just 1 or 2 planets are favoring you, right? So that way you can really sort out and see what are the problems, whether it is conflict, whether it is communication, whether it is ego, whether it is separation. So there are 2 kinds of energy: spouse energy and separation energy, which you really check to have a good relationship with the family and with the spouse, basically. So you usually say that person who have higher separation energy means they are busy in their profession, maybe rising to the top. They might have a very, except few exceptions, they might not have a very good family life, personal life, because they're spending all your time, their energy in the office or whatever. But it is all driven by planets. You can't do, but making you aware of the things and giving some remedies really help you. Okay, so that is just example on the relationship and marriage part, basically. In the same way, if suppose somebody has to look for a job, I want to join a job, I want to I want to know my career options, then in Nadi astrology you can know very well about the career it will suitable for you, because all the nakshatras and planets tell you, okay, this is the business or this is the job you must do, and this is how the success will come. This is how the timeline is. When this time will come, you will get the success, or how you can improve your potential in the current time. See, without remedy, astrology is nothing. Astrology is half. So remedies are also included, and Gurudev has whatever Gurudev has given. These are remedies are excellent. Whatever Sudarshan Kriya, basic course, advanced course. These are remedies. See, I tell you, in the life, the misery happens because of the imbalance of 3 kinds of energies: 6, 8, and 12. 6 is disease, death, and litigation. 8 is obstacle, insult, and misfortune. 12th is losses, expenditure, and outflow of money. Everything in the life happens because of this misery, this imbalance in the energy. These are also important, but if imbalance happens, then the problem is there. So how you can fix that? 6 is seva also. 8th is Padma Sadhana also. And 12th is advanced course also. And I have seen miraculous result. Miraculous. Can't even imagine. If I share these few stories, you'll wonder how it is possible. So when you do seva is tan man dhan, as Gurudev says. You can do from your own effort, you can do with your money, you can do with your saying good things to whatever you can do, not something which you can't do. Tan man dhan. Right? Seva, if you do, you get rid of disease, debt, and litigation. If you do seva, see, everything in the universe is energy. Either you face energy on the yoga mat, obstacles on the yoga mat, or you face obstacle in your life. Same simple formula. Either see, things what is written will manifest, they will come, but you can channelize that energy. If you don't channelize, you have to face in your life. So obstacle, insult, misfortune is there in work, in personal life. Start doing padma sadhana. I tell you, your obstacle will start reducing, but you have to be regular, consistent. Then if you have losses, health loss, wealth loss, relationship loss, whatever losses, do advanced course regularly. Regularly means, what I specify regularly. Not once in a year or 6 months, no, one time. You have to increase the frequency. So these are the basic energies. And there are so many remedies which you prescribe when people come for, consultation and everything. That is a separate. But when you go for, if you have interest and if you want to do seva, you want to help people. See, astrologers are guide. If you want to do the best form of seva, I say, I'm a doctor also, I practice homeopathy. So, when I see the chart, just by seeing the chart, I get to know, what are the diseases a person is facing. So every doctor, every psychologist must know astrology. That's why my mission is, the life is this, every home one astrology. Everybody should know astrology. And Nadi astrology is such an accurate and precise and easy to learn that within 4 to 6 months, you are like, rock star, which you can't even achieve in practicing maybe 20, 25 years, you can achieve in 6 months. And that is not something, fictitious or anything. You can see a lot of feedback across, internet, or I can share so many that, they can practice it. And they can see, okay, what I have said to my friends, okay, this has come true. Even like, forget about 4 months, even after like 3-4 classes, in 1 month only, you start learning things. So I would encourage whosoever is interested in doing seva, maybe finding alternative career path, you can earn some money. But usually I say, when you have, tell to all my students, if you are learning Nadi astrology, if you are employee somewhere, donate at least 20%, 10-20%. That is important. If you are, full-time astrologer, then I say donate 20%. And if you are, suppose you are working somewhere and you are practicing astrology, to donate at least 50%, 40 to 50%. And if you are full-time astrologer, then donate at least 10-20%, something like that. Because donation is very important, going the energy to the right purpose, right cause. So that is also important. So it will give you a alternative career path. It will help you do your seva. If you are a teacher, people are coming to you with all the miseries and all the problems, you can guide them better. Once you know the timeline, okay, you have to wait, then you have to wait. You can't do anything about it. And the beauty of Nadi astrology, the amazing thing about Nadi astrology is tell you precisely with months and even weeks, and sometimes I calculate up to days also. If you see my Twitter, Sanjeev_Astro, you will see many predictions which has done for the dates as well. For example, Russia war in latest, I've told 24th it will start. It exactly started on 24th of February. Right? So there are many, it's not one. So if you really want, like in health cases, if somebody is in ICU or critical health condition, we say, okay, yeah, see, if something is not there, we don't say that, because nobody should predict life and death, but it's just pray. But if somebody is, okay, we see, okay, he's coming out or he's fine, we'll just say, don't worry, by this date, he will be out of the hospital. I'll share a recent incident, a few months back, my cousin got hospitalized, and he was saying, doctor was saying, oh, this complication, that complication, it will increase. So I met the doctor and said, this date he'll be out. He was shocked. How can this be possible? No, it's not possible. And exactly on that date, after 7-8 days, which a date he was out, he was discharged, and said, no, like before 2-3 days, no, all the complications are gone. There's no complication, he's out. And then the doctor was keep running after me. Okay, where is Panditji? Like that. So why I'm sharing this? Because the amazing thing is, it tells you the precise calculation when the event will happen. Either it is job, either it is marriage, either it is child, not the birth of the child, maybe conceiving of the child, when you can travel abroad, whether you can settle abroad or not, how's your career, how's your finances, which career will suitable to, how the kids will do. So all the questions you have in your life, very precisely, because important is it will happen in this month, this year. It is very, very, I would say, vague. this maybe after 5 years, 2 years. But when you go to the precise calculation, and how this is possible, by calculating the planet's energy, by calculating the nakshatra's energy, and by calculating the Lord's energy. 3 energies you calculate, and then you calculate the total energy and say, okay, this event, this planet will give in this time. So the whole timeline is divided into 3 parts. If I tell little, go into deep of the secrets. First is Mahadasha, second is Antardasha, third is Patyantadasha. Mahadasha tells you the bigger picture of the life. Mahadasha tells you the bigger picture of the life, the environment, the place you work, everything. Tells you what is going in your life. Antar and Pratyanta tells you what is going in your life. What does it mean? Means if you are what does it mean? When you want to know what is going right now in my life, right now, you have to see the Antar and Pratyanta. So Mahadasha is usually of 10, 20 years. It tells you the bigger picture, that how my growth, how long, how big or things I can achieve. If I, for example, say in terms of career, how big I would be, how famous I would be, how good I would be. That is Mahadasha. Antar is of 2, 3 years usually, and Pratyanta is of 2, 3 months. So we go to the calculation of 2, 3 months, till 2, 3 months, that this month this can happen, or this between April to June, or August to September, or December this can happen, or these are the events, possible things. So we divide, this is the timeline, Mahadasha, Antar, Pratyantar, and we divide these timelines, connect these timelines with the planet's energy, whatever is the Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyanta, and we'll calculate the total energy and tell you, okay, this is that. And it is very easy calculation. Very, very easy. I said, even the 8th class kid or 10th class kid can also learn. But we are allowed only to teach above 18. So, above 18. Otherwise, I would have given astrology to even 10 years, 12 years kids also. But still the permission is not there. So when the permission comes, we'll teach to kids also. So it is that easy, and it's a very simple way of calculating it. Once you calculate, you tell, obviously you learn that in course, because it needs little practice and little guidance. So I can't really tell here. But if you are interested in doing precise prediction, nothing in the world can beat Nadi astrology. Nothing. I have seen so many versions, Gemini, Parashar. In fact, I've studied. See, my father was astrologer, so I've learned since like standing beside him. And obviously he has something beyond I can imagine. So whatever he says, it comes true. But when I learned actually Vedic astrology, I got to know, and so after seeing that, I was keep on predicting, seeing hands and everything since school and college days. I keep on saying, this, and whatever I say, fortunately it got true. Everything's got true. So I was a little afraid also that how can this is possible. But then when I learned Vedic astrology, and after years of learning, I realized that, it is so confusing, and then it is only gives you 50-60% of it only. So I was wondering that, okay, this is I used to predict earlier also without even learning it, right? Then the Nadi astrology begins. Then I thought something, there must be something which can tell you precisely and accurately. And that is how, suppose you want to see when your job, you will get a good job. 2nd house, 6th house, 10th house, and 11th house, 2, 6, 10, 11. When these energies combine, you get a new job or you get a promotion or something. When is the place of change? When you will buy a property. Property and vehicle is 4th house. If you want to buy a vehicle or a property, 4th house. 4th house, 11th house is gain of property, and 12th house is expenditure there now. 4, 11, 12. Which comes with Mars or Saturn, it gives you the yoga for joining. It gives you the time that, okay, this time you'll buy a property, you'll buy a vehicle or anything. So there are so many. Travel, 3rd house is of travel, 9th house is of foreign travel, 12th house is of again living for a longer time in abroad. You just see these energies and predict, okay, this time this energy is strong, this will happen. I tell you, maybe, few of our, maybe, I don't know if some students have joined, they will tell you how exactly and precisely and accurately this is, and they have learned it and they've mastered it. Their predictions is going out right hardly in 4 to 6 months, which I tell you, I have done since our relationship or our environment is like that of astrologers and everything, which even people practicing for 20 years, 25 years, 15 years can't even predict that event will happen. They don't know after practicing for 25 years also. They're still confused. See, that is the beauty. That is what my mission was, to use to revive this ancient science. So last few decades, people have some way the faith in astrology got little shaken, or because of the self motive or self whatever things of the people, it got little lost. If you read the ancient time or you read the ancient things, you will see the people used to do predictions based on nakshatras, not by planets. Never. The planet thing came only last maybe 200 300 years back, 500 maybe maximum. So this nakshatra, I would say, technology is very, very profound, very, very accurate. And if you want to learn, and one more thing I would like to share here is, two things go with you forever. See, whatever you earn, life is just a bubble. You don't know when you are going. Next day, next moment, after this time, after this talk, whatever, you don't know, right? But everything, whatever you have earned, your wealth, your home, property, vehicle, name, fame, everything will go and burn into ashes. But what will continue with you? One is bhakti. Whatever your devotion, that will continue. That is your actual wealth. And another one is this, whatever Vedang you study, if you read any Ved, scriptures, ancient knowledge, I would not say the knowledge which we used to learn now, the academics thing, but if you learn this Vedang, you become a Devagya who has knowledge of ancient science. This, if you are astrologer in your past birth, you will definitely be continuing this journey in the next birth also. You have that things. See many examples. So this is the wealth not for this life. This is the wealth for your so many lives. Right? So must learn astrology. And I think I will, and this time we are organizing, I'll just give you course information about the course. We are organizing the course on 25th of February next month. The team timings will be in the evening. We'll share all the details basically. And this time what the beautiful thing is happening is all the things which we are doing, all the fees and everything, we have kept certain fees. We'll share with that you. I think Vibhaji can share that. So that all the money, whatever you will give, will go to the WCF, World Cultural Festival. So I'm not charging anything. I'm just doing my seva. So you all see, I've said, na, seva you can do tan, man, dhan. So you should contribute to the WCF. Must join this course. You see, you're getting the course also, this ancient science also. And donation, I tell you, when you give things, you get so much in abundance. I can't tell you. And here you are getting something very unique, right? You are getting something which is so precious that, and I think, see, how I come into astrology, I practice homeopathy, I am into management, I was into various MNCs and heading positions. But when Gurudev says teach astrology, so started in this thing basically. And it is all his guidance and grace. Otherwise, I would have never come in astrology, because astrology is a little profession like a doctor also, or a counselor also. You have to listen to everybody's miseries, It's not not an easy job unless you have that mindset, right? So it is, all the donations will go to WCF. You donate directly and we will tell you the process and everything. So must do and join the course. And you can hear from our students, maybe I can see some faces, they can tell you what the amazing technology, what the amazing result it gives, right? So I think we have some time, maybe 15 minutes, we can take some questions and everything. Adverse effect on the family if the predict goes wrong, mistakes happens in your thoughts. Okay, so I'm reading few questions. So see, when you learn the astrology in the guidance of grace, see, I don't teach, I don't know anything. I tell you, the truth is, it is all the grace which is flowing through me. Okay, because you can't do 95%. I've never heard this. Even big astrologers, you can't be 95% accurate. It's just impossible. So grace is required. And if you are here, you have joined this talk or listening me, it's through grace only. Okay, it's not easy to reach me. It's a grace only which can connect with me. Okay, and then I'd say donation. You give whatever you earn. See, if you cheat somebody, if your intention is to grab money from the other person, definitely you will face, because your karma will go negative. Then you fail. Whatever you earn, genuinely, you donate that money, 20%. If you are not a full-time, if you are a part-time, then you can donate maybe 50%, 40%, whatever you earn. Just donate. There's no adverse effect. So don't worry about that. That is already taken care of. This is 6 months course, 2 hours per week. 6 months course, 2 hours per week. And we have practice classes in the week also, practice classes. So you because astrology is all about practice, I tell you. The more you practice, the more perfect you will be. Okay, practice and practice, and I'll make sure. See, I practice. I don't know if anybody in the world may practice maybe 300, 400, 500 charts. I make them practice in the class. I go through all the charts. We do the course, maybe 20 charts, 50 charts, 40 charts. I think my students can tell you, we finished 20, 30 charts in one session only, one class only. That fast. And I'll make you so quick that you can't even imagine that you can read the chart so quickly, which people take days and maybe weeks to read. So that is what the technology is, very profound, very accurate. And yes, it is based on the date, time, place of birth. But even if you don't have date, time, place of birth, it can predict. We can predict. There is a technology. Acha, what is the difference between, see, the AOL course, that is, you can see that course, you can see that is obviously AOL. That is my course, Institute of Nadi Astrology. Let me be very clear, this is my course, International Institute of Nadi Astrology in Vastu. You will get certificate also. The only thing is this, I am doing for the AOL. So the whole fees and everything will go to AOL only. Okay, so, and this is not a fundamental course. This is not a basic course. This is expert level. After this, you don't need any course in the world. You are an astrologer. This course is to make you astrologer. Course is not to give you knowledge and you keep exploring next course, the next course, the next course, the next course. 20 years, you keep on exploring. This is not like that. This is 0 to 100 in 6 months. And after that, you start consulting. You are a proper astrologer. You can charge fees. You can do your consulting and everything. Okay, 2 hours per week only in the class, and maybe on the whole week you can spend even 1 hour. That is good. So not much of a commitment in the time. If you mix a class, recording is available. So recording is there for even after the course releases. For few months it is there, but I prefer you join live. Even if you miss 1-2 classes, recording is available. You can see the recording within a week, and then you can come for. Most probably it will happen on Saturday night, India time. So yours Friday possibly. Time will still close on, but yeah, I think that is what we have decided for now. Okay, so we'll see. And I think Vibhaji, I think if I miss Preeti ji, Vibha ji, any questions you can, does includes vastly knowledge as well. Yes, see, so without basic vastly knowledge, there's a vast in YouTube and internet and everything. You know, there are hundreds, thousands of books. But what is required for prediction, I'll teach you. So I teach Vedic astrology also, basics of that. You know, there are a few videos which I'll give you, and then I'll revise also with you, because you don't need to go deep into that. It is of no use at all. You know, and there are so many things I can guide you if you want to go that, but going there only will confuse you. So I don't want to say, you know, if you're coming to me, if you have learned Vedic for 5 years, 10 years, just empty out. All the donations will go to Art of Living directly. I have no role to play. The donate link will be there. You will donate there. You will take a screenshot and you'll upload in a Google form. Okay. Everything will go to WCF. Nothing is, you know, so it is for WCF. So you have a choice. You can join any course, do both the courses. But I'm telling about my course, what I am doing. Okay. I am committed to make astrologers. Okay. I don't have to give away the knowledge and then just be like that. Okay. My mission is to make you astrologer. Okay. That's how it was. So WCF, yes, all the question is getting answered here. Vibhaji and this is answering. You can read that. If there's anything here, I can answer that. That is okay. And I think maybe I can Sri Arunaji, Snigdhaji, and whosoever students who have joined, they can share their views. I think. Vibhaji, can you unmute, or I can unmute maybe? Let me. Okay, let me spotlight also, and Snigdha. Yes, Snigdha, you can unmute maybe, and spotlight. I add in the spotlight maybe. Let me add it. Yes. Yeah, Snigdha is learning. Yes. Why not? Snigdha, can you share your views, please?
Yes, Priya. So, Jai Gurudev, and good morning, good evening. Astrology.
You can introduce yourself.
Yeah. I'm Snigdha Bharadwaj, and I used to be an engineer by profession, a wireless engineer. Then I have also served Indian Air Force as a technical officer, then left it, then served the corporate industry in various leadership positions, dropped that. Now I'm a Art of Living teacher, and on my way to become a full-fledged Nadi Astrologer and a yoga teacher. I also have my Instagram. I also teach mudras, the healing technique and all. So that's my life, short and sweet. And the major breakthrough, I must tell you, it came in July when I came to know about Bhaiya's, I call him Bhaiya with a lot of love. So when I learned about Bhaiya's, when I learned about this Nadi astrology, I've just stumbled upon one of the videos where he's giving intro on Nadi astrology, and that was set. And you know what? The most amazing thing about Nadi astrology is you will love to respect the numbers from 1 to 0. It's as easy as that, right? And as Bhaiya says, the more you practice, the numbers will start speaking to you. And the best part is, though Bhaiya says don't look at your chart, but the first thing that we do is when we start learning, we look at our charts. So when you see that things are going to happen this way, and you have the remedies, the best part is the remedies. Remedies are not like you spend 1 lakh rupees doing this, havan, that puja, and kutte ko khilao and kaue ko khilao, black kapra pehno, kala kapra pehno, nothing of that sort, nothing. All due respect to all those remedies. But here it is only focused to whatever we are already doing. For a tweak, a little bit of tweak here and there, Padma Sadhana and whatever it is. And everything has a remedy here. And so I actually noticed a question here, Bhaiya, so I would just touch upon that. What if we know bad times are coming? When you know about your Nadi astrology, bad times are coming, then you are already into the remedy. So as Gurudev says, when you are wearing a hat, the bullet, instead of hitting you here, it hits here and goes away. Pata hi nahi chalta hai. So, and I have been through it. I'm practically experiencing it. And with Bhaiya's guidance, it's amazing. It's very, very easy to learn. And my personal experience is whenever I feel down, we go through ups and downs in life. Whenever I feel down, first thing I have is to look forward to the classes that Bhaiya is taking. Second is I open up a chart, as Bhaiya has said. Jab bhi andar se gadbad lage, open up a chart, look at somebody's chart, and then you see instantly the low energy shoots up, and the whole focus is on reading the chart and seeing that, okay, this event is going to happen in this person's life. Either he or she is going to have a bad health, or a lot of money is going to come, all those things, the mixed emotions get settled down. And then you are able to, and now the best part is easiest seva. Gurudev says, na, seva karo. Sabse easy tarika hai Nadi Astrology seva. And I am also an art of living teacher. So I'm looking forward to the days when I've already started helping people, and people thank me. Kehte na, andar se grateful feel karte hain. And I pass on that gratitude to Bhaiya and then to Gurudev. 3-tier gratitude ho jata hai apne life mein, hai na? And sabse badi baat hai ki through this Nadi astrology, people have started asking about Sudarshan Kriya. Okay, what do you do? I said, I do Sudarshan Kriya. Would you like to learn? Yes. Apna course bhi taiyar ho jata hai. So, एक चीज से कहते हैं ना, you are getting a master key through Nadi astrology. And ये सारी चीजें सबकी सेवा के लिए. सबसे बड़ी सेवा जो कहते हैं ना, ऑक्सीजन मास्क पहले अपने को लगाओ, फिर बाकियों को लगाओ, अपनी सेवा हो जाती है. अपने mental and emotional faculty की सेवा होती है. And I can vouch for this, and I can tell you, because there's no marketing gimmick or anything. It is, as in art of living, everything is out of experience. So I just really wanted to share. बहुत ज़्यादा time ले लिया हमने, but I really wanted to share this with all of you. So, हो सके तो बस join.
Great. Thank you, Snigdha ji. Thank you so much for your lovely words and joining so early. And I think I can see Aruna ji also. I think Aruna ji, you can unmute, and maybe I can add also the spotlight. Maybe I can. So, you can also share. Yeah, Jai Gurudev, please.
Jai Gurudev. My name is Aruna Mantri Prakada, and I'm also an art of living teacher. Now, Nadi astrology, I was curious. I just read this word, and to me, that didn't make any sense. I was but curious as to what this is all about. I remember calling up Sanjeev ji and asking him, can I become an astrologer? I had no clue. There's nobody in my life who's an astrologer, nobody in my family. And when I spoke to him, he said, do you know numbers? I said, yeah, I do. He says, it's as simple as that. I was skeptical. That was something that I didn't believe about it. But I said, okay, now I'm curious about it. And I registered for the course. Honestly, the first few videos when I saw it kind of got me over, because Vedic astrology, and I was like overwhelmed. And the first class that I attended, I found it so simple. It just opened up. And when I started looking at it and I started going through the sessions, and I found that knowledge is so simple, so easy. And today I can say I can predict. I never believed myself to be an astrologer. It was not something that I thought it would ever happen. And today I find it, yes, I have people coming up. And I had this one case where this person came with her, she wanted, it was a marriage, she was looking for it. And she had reservations about it. And I did mention to her that she will start getting proposals in a particular time frame. And she didn't believe me. Just a few days after the time frame came in, she calls me up and says, you know what, I've seen a proposal. I've said, okay, now this seems to be, something very interesting. But the numbers talk to you in that way. They completely talk to you. And that is what has allowed me to actually progress and share this about it. And it's a wonderful seva too. I have people asking me other serious questions about their life. And when I share about it or give them an insight to that, it's something about opens for them and for me. And it's a seva that I find that is one of the highest. I do anyway seva because I'm a teacher, but this is a whole different seva. It's a whole life-changing seva. And thank you for letting me share. It was wonderful sharing my experience.
Thank you, Annaji. Thank you so much for joining. Great. So basically, So, I'm getting questions. I'll answer one by one, possibly. Start from the next week. No, not next week. Maybe, it will come next month only. You can join. Vibhaji, what is the donation? If you can share that, very nice. See, whatever you want to donate, but there is a minimum donation. Yeah.
So the minimum donation is $1,100 for the whole course for 6 months.
Yes. So $1,100 is the minimum donation, and you can donate whatever you can donate. 1,500, 2,000 is all up to you. Okay, because this is a donation going to WCF, not to my institute, not to myself, anything. It's my seva. Yeah, it is in USD. In Indian, we can equivalent. We will let you know. It's equivalent to whatever currency you can say, and maybe that is how it will be. Okay, one question I had, if I'm not confident, so doesn't matter. See, people, you said, Aruna ji saying she couldn't believe. So people who joins this course, they are not at all confident. And I tell them, don't worry about it. Just have commitment. I take only one commitment, that do my classes, attend my classes regularly. That is only one thing I want to expect from you, nothing else. Even if you don't practice out of class or anything like that, that's okay, at least for a few months. Okay, then obviously I make you practice and give you homework and everything, right? But attend my classes, whatever I take classes. If you are in my classes, you will learn astrology. Yes, it is live, it is not recorded. Only the first few videos of Vedic astrology, I do give some videos starting, so 2-3 videos. So you have the basic knowledge, and then I repeat also, revise also in the class. And it is live, 2 hours live every week. Okay. Should they have done? No. There is no prerequisites for this course. If you have done AL course, not done AL course, nothing like that. If you are, somebody totally new to OL, that is also fine. See, right now we have decided of Saturday night, basically. So it will be your Friday, Vibhaji, what will be Friday morning, right?
Saturday
Friday.
mornings. So Saturday mornings, Sanjeev.
Saturday morning, yeah.
Yes.
So your Saturday morning is there, basically. Yeah, it will be Saturday morning, not Friday. So Saturday night is there, so you can do that. Saturday morning is free, na? Your learning is such a profound knowledge. So do adjust your schedule and everything. So we'll share, you all are in the group, we'll share the donation link, payment link and everything. All the money will go to WCF directly, Art of Living directly. It is just my seva. Okay, for the course, it is all my seva. Okay, so see, Gurudev has given us so much of our abundance, so many things. Can't we give only small things like this, right? So 1,100, 1,500, 2,000, just nothing, I tell you. Whatever you give. See, I tell you one story. And when I was in college, my father I used to get a very small pocket money, maybe 400, 500 rupees pocket money in the college. And on that also, my father says, okay, this 200, go and give it to my earlier guru, that also is Baba Jai Gurudev. Their mandir, Dhyan Mandir and everything was forming that time. Okay. So I used to like crib, why you're saying this? I already have so much less money and you donate this also. But nevertheless, father has said, so I go there and give sometimes and all those things. Started giving. And I tell you, that has created so much of magic. So much of magic that I can't believe in myself that whenever in the life I needed money, it has come automatically from somewhere. I never found out the source. I never tried to find out. But whenever, so there's, when you give, when you have a habit of giving, the abundance comes in your life. Whenever you need, it will happen with you. It will come to you. So this is, Gurudev is working so hard for everyone to have a smile. And this festival, this cultural festival is for the celebration of that smile only. So we have to donate generously. This is the 1,100 is minimum fees. You can donate much more, I think. People have donated. The more you donate, more, I think, gratitude and grace comes. That is what I would share. Okay. All details will be given in the group. Okay. So don't worry about it. We'll share in INR also. Okay, so you all know. Now, if anybody has any question, they can. How many people we have? Oh, very good. So if you really want to ask anything, you can maybe write it down or unmute. Tax deductible US with the qualified tax rebate. Vibhaji, what is the stand on tax? I don't think so, right? Is it? No.
Although it will go to that link, but I'm not
Yes,
sure.
yes. It is yes. Answer is yes, Sanjay ji. Yeah, it's a
The answer is yes. Okay.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay. Very nice. Amazing. Okay, okay.
Yeah, we will.
So
It's like a same donation the way we are doing to WCF page, right? So it's a tax. You will get the tax certificate to your email ID, registered mail ID.
amazing, amazing. So then donate. Then you have to donate generously. 2,000,
Yes.
5,000, 10,000, whatever. Okay. So, and you are learning such ancient knowledge. I tell you, I charge this much, close to this much only, when I do it without this thing. So, no, this doesn't work with thumb impression. You have date, time, and place of birth. Even if you don't have that, also you can predict, but not thumb impression. It is not thumb impression. See, these are the scripts written by rishis, and they read language and then give you. And I would not say go research yourself. That is not that accurate. I'm telling you 90-95%. That is so accurate. Like the person shared that when she said the date, after a few days only the result is coming in. Right. So this is very accurate. You will wonder. Sometimes you see people don't believe actually after learning this, they don't believe that it can be so accurate. Right. It gives you, so it feels like the magic is happening. Software is separately. Software one for practice we'll give. There's a free software which we tell you. Okay, this is only for one, not for family. You register for one. Only one person will be allowed. Only one Zoom will be allowed. Okay, so not one person has registered and whole family is are learning. It is not like that. Okay.
Panditji, can we see?
Can we see what? Can we address the question on content, material, software, and its language? English is the language. Content is all English. I've seen, I speak both, but yeah, English is main thing. Nadi is, see, there are 150 Nadis in the, Nadi is a way of seeing the things basically. In a particular way, you make that perfect thing. So these are the energies, I would say, which will tell you about the event basically. Okay, not just by looking at a Rashi or a planet or an aspect. These are mainly connected with nakshatras. Okay, so that's why Nadi is a way of seeing the energies. Okay, do we get material? Yes, your recording is there, material and everything. See, recording you will get. Material, whatever is important you get, or rest I make you write as well. It's very simple thing, so you write as well. Okay, like important and few things you write so you remember, right? So obviously you'll get the recording. So any other people, I think I can see many people with
How about the certificates?
certificate. It is from my institute, International Institute of Nadi Astrology. After completion, definitely I take the exam as well, because I want you to be perfect and sincere. So I do take exam, case studies, and our way of teaching is only case studies. Okay, only live examples and case studies which are happening. Certificate, you get it from my institute. And see, certificate is, real certificate is, see, even if you get certificate, it is from Harvard, it is of no value if your prediction is not right. Real certificate is your prediction has to be right, because astrology is not about promotions. You make an ad or do something. Astrology is all about the person who got benefited will come again to you, will refer more to you. So it is more about people who are coming again and again and who are referring people because you are good. Okay, so you have to become like that good. So people come to you again and again and give you. See, my motto is every home should have one astrologer. So I have a whole world. I have a lot of work. I have to fasten the things. I have to create a lot of people like myself, team, trainers, who can teach also. First you learn, and then obviously you need few years of practice, then you teach, right? Because we have to revive this ancient knowledge, like we have revived yoga, in the last 10, 20 years, 30 years, possibly. The same way astrology has to be revived in next 2 decades. Like everybody or many people, you just say and that, okay, I know astrology.
Can we be lifelong students for you? Like, whenever we sit down.
Absolutely. You will be. There's no choice. You will be lifelong student, lifelong astrologer. Absolutely. That is by default.
Can we use our own charts, own horoscope, so that we learn from it?
Yeah. Obviously, you will see that. Okay, you will see that for learning. But if you keep looking at your horoscope, you won't learn.
Okay.
The thing is, obviously, you can imagine, you can find out some event, but you'll be many times you'll be biased. So you have to. This is, see, for your own self, you can always anyway learn. You can obviously take consultation from me. That is all thing. But for I usually say doctors don't treat themselves. Okay, lawyer don't take their own case. The same way astrology. Even if you learn, you need to come to me. Okay, learn or don't learn. You have to, you just reach me for any guidance. Okay, that is
Will you also be honest with us as students? If we're not good, then we don't really want to waste our time doing the classes. Like if we're not really good in calculating the charts or the numbers, that's my main question in my head.
See, don't worry. See, I tell you, you are still smart, speaking English. You might know people who are learning, who are 60 years of age, who have never seen astrology as a of astrology. They are learning and they are becoming perfect. So forget about it. That is my duty, to make you perfect. The only commitment I need from you is attend my class.
Okay.
The rest is my job. No astrologer will say, I'll make you perfect astrologer. I tell you with proper confidence, right? That's the only thing. Have trust on me. Okay, have trust on him. Okay.
Yes. Jai Gurudev, right.
So Panditji, good session. So a couple of questions. One,
please.
Like, do we also learn about the remedies?
Absolutely. I tell you the remedies and everything. Yeah. See, these 6, 8, 12 and Padma Sadhana, these are basic remedies, and there are certain advanced remedies for your daily things. Yes. Yes, you do take consultation from me, maybe separately. Yeah, Rishiji, please.
And the second thing, like if we seeing some chart like the Nadi and something is bad, how do we learn that not to say those things? Like
that's why I teach you everything, every single step, how to counsel that person, how to talk. Okay. It's not about just teaching the course. It's about how to deal with the psychology of that person. Okay. It's just not about the sutras, and it's about how you teach, that's why my exam is there, where you have to see what is a bad time, how you will say that. Or somebody's bad health, how you say, not say, oh, you will go to the hospital. He will, even if it is not written, I tell you, after some time you get so much of things, even if sometimes it is maybe less. If you say negative can happen, because we all are sadhak. So we have to be very careful of our words, even besides astrology.
धन्यवाद. Yeah, nice.
So वो हम बहुत सोच के समझ के कैसे बोलना है, कैसे articulate करना है, वो सब बताते हैं. Don't worry about it.
Do you have any? Sorry.
If anybody is not sure about the birth time or birth place, then what basis you use for the calculation?
Correction. We do the correction. See, if one is not sure, maybe I've gone in 4 p.m., 5 p.m. or 4 a.m., 3 a.m. If I have the nearby time, we can do the correction. That also I teach. That even the experienced astrologer don't know actually many times.
Means you need estimated time nearby.
Yeah, nearby. Then we based on the event. See, everything I tell you in the life is already planned.
Yeah, I know. Just I'm just curious, because for my husband, just for example, people his mom always says, okay, you born in the that month, so that typically that Hindi's month and that time and all that. So how so far?
That's why I was answering. That's what I'm answering a question. When I said everything is planned, Means we go to your past event, when you got married, when you got the job, when you got this thing, when you conceived for a woman's case. Okay, based on that, we do the time correction and find out exact time. So that is a part of consultation. Obviously, in the course also, we teach you time correction. So don't worry. And if somebody don't have any time place, don't know which year, what thing, then also we teach you some method whereby you can answer questions one by one after a gap of few things. So we'll do that. We teach you everything. Okay.
So that
Okay,
calculation will be good, means right on the predictive method. Okay.
आपका वेबसाइट और आप यूट्यूब वीडियोस भेज सकते हो कि वी कैन कांटेक्ट यू
आप
पर्सनली?
बस गूगल कर लीजिए पंडित संजीव कुमार श्रीवास्तव, ट्विटर मिल जाएगा, ट्विटर फॉलो कर सकते हैं. You can see all the predictions. Yeah.
Okay.
गूगल कर लीजिए, सब मिल जाएगा.
हाँ जी. Okay.
So I think that is good. And if you have any questions, you are in the group. I'm added in the group. You can ping me personally if you want. But for course related, I tell you, you can post question on the group only. That will be preferable. So Vibhaji, Preeti ji, and all our Prabhakar ji and all our team can answer you. Okay. Everything will be there in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Everybody can join that group. Whosoever is not there can also, because we will share only on WhatsApp group things. Okay. So for now, at least. Okay. I think that is good for now. Vibhaji, Preeti ji, what do you say? I think all the questions, everything is answered. So
Yes, I think so.
One question, Panditji.
Yeah.
Hi. When we kind of see, like, we will have an idea, we'll see people's charts and everything. Does it affect us when we see someone's not so good things and we start to feel a little bit that, oh,
no, I think, yeah, good question. Very good question. No, I see, I think now you understand more deeply life. When you say something there in their chart and that is how it's happening. See, we keep worrying about the things. Oh, this will happen, that will happen. See, everything is planned. You don't have to worry about things. You just follow what master has told you. Just be like a river, keep flowing. Anyway, things will happen. But definitely, if you are aware of the things and make person aware, you can tell the Snigdha ji shared, the arrow has to come. The energy will hit you, but it can hit the cap rather than you. Right? So you get more matured in your things, your wisdom increases. See, astrology, I think there's a big statement, but I tell this to people. Astrology is on the path, on the way to enlightenment. It's like that. You matured so much, you get so much of wisdom. So don't worry about, what will affect or not affect and everything. You get to deal with those situations and everything. You get to know. Okay. You need to know how we can see suppose, for example, you see, oh, somebody in the family is not well. Usually I say, don't look at the chart, continuously or, for your own family, avoid it. But even if you like something is there, if something is not treating or some long disease is going on, by this time, this will be over. And by this time, since this graha is troubling, you do remedy for that. So it really lighter down the things. So you have all the solutions. We give you the arms and emanations to handle with those situations and the wisdom and the things. Okay. Yes.
I had a quick question. It's like so many times we अपने लोग कुंडली पढ़ते हैं, फिर अपने को मालूम पड़ता है कि ये दशा चल रहा है, कि खराब वक्त आने लगता है, तो it plays on your mind also ना, mentally अपने को लगता है
खराब वक्त, हाँ नहीं, वो अपने दिमाग में देखो क्या है, वक्त अगर कुछ आ रहा है, रात में रास्ते में जा रहे हैं, रेड लाइट है, जैम है, तो कुछ कर सकते हैं क्या? पर अगर आपको पता है पहले से कि इस रास्ते रेड लाइट पे जैम है, तो दूसरा रास्ता पकड़ सकते हैं ना. तो टाइम खराब है, टाइम को चेंज करना हम सिखाते हैं. क्या था इस साल का न्यू ईयर का मैसेज, क्या था? कुछ लोग होते हैं वो जो टाइम के हिसाब से चलते हैं, कुछ लोग होते हैं वो जो टाइम चेंज करते हैं. तो वी बिलीव इन चेंजिंग द टाइम. I don't say to people, oh, this time will come, then you will be. I say from the next day, just start doing this. Just if you have not done Sudarshan Kriya, start doing Sudarshan Kriya. If you have not done advanced course, start doing advanced course. We believe in changing the time. Okay, that is my philosophy. That is how I go about it. Once you change the energy of that person, that is how one person is so miserable, so pathetic. Once he come to the ashram, do Sudarshan Kriya or do advanced course, how the person shift in within 3 days, who is miserable for years.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
have changed time, na? You have channelized energy. The same way I believe through astrology.
Okay.
Got it.
All right.
Good.
Thank
I
you.
think it is now. So thank you so much all for joining, and this is great talking to you. We'll share the videos also, this thing also, and it's a great pleasure. I would request everyone to donate generously and join this course and learn something which you have not imagined. See, maybe hardly 1% of the people in the world know Nadi Nakshatra astrology. Hardly. Maybe not even one. Less. You will be the few pioneers of building this knowledge. Okay. So learn that. Don't miss this great chance. I don't know how long will I teach. Directly getting from me, you will understand what it is. Okay. So don't miss this chance. Okay. Jai Gurudev. Thank you.
Jai Gurudev.
Thank you.
Jai Gurudev. Thank you everyone.
Jai Gurudev. Thank
Jai
you.
Gurudev.
Thanks a lot.